valued at over $7 billion. It not only feeds millions of people domestically, but also exports to more than 50 countries, including the United States. Pork was once considered a luxury in the post-war 1950s. But today, to meet overwhelming demand, factories in South Korea are capable of processing thousands of pigs every single day. That transformation was made possible by a bold decision in the 2010s. A massive investment in automation. Small-scale processing facilities have evolved into high-tech factories, running with remarkable efficiency. Today, a single plant can supply enough pork for 5 million meals a week. A truly impressive figure. These factories use IoT sensors to monitor meat quality in real time. This technology ensures that every slice meets strict quality standards, on par with the USDA standards in the United States. Robotic cutters, guided with laser precision, not only boost efficiency, but also reduce meat waste by 20%. According to a 2023 study by Seoul National University, automation has also helped reduce the risk of bacterial contamination by up to 35%, placing South Korean pork among the safest in the world. However, technology alone can't run the system. Through AI-controlled operations, blending expertise, experience, and precision. Bison meat, also known as buffalo, is becoming an increasingly sought-after product in the United States, especially from specialized processing facilities across North America. Compared to the 1990s, when only about 3 bison were processed per week, Zerania, today's factories can handle between 300 to 500 animals weekly. So how have Americans managed to raise and process such large numbers of this once wild species? In today's video, join Farm to Factory as we take a deeper look into the farming and processing journey of this seemingly untamable animal. Bison are herbivores that live and migrate in herds, much like domestic cattle. Before Europeans arrived in the Americas, the bison population once reached an estimated 50 million, making them the most numerous large land mammals on Earth. However, due to excessive hunting and habitat loss, today only about 2,000 bison remain in the wild. Unlike the Asian water buffalo, Zerania бизон никогда не были полностью domesticated. However, they are now raised on a large scale in the United States and Canada to supply the food industry. The remaining wild herds can still be found in protected areas such as Yellowstone National Park, Antelope Island, Custer State Park, Alaska, and parts of north-central Canada. Bison grow a thick dark brown coat in the winter, which turns lighter brown during the summer months. Their bodies range in length from 2 to 3.5 meters, with a height of about 1.5 to 1.8 meters. When raised for meat, they can weigh anywhere from 700 kilograms to over 1,700 kilograms. Both males and females have curved horns that can reach up to 60 centimeters in length, which they use for self-defense and maintaining their rank within the herd. Raising bison is no easy task. It requires in-depth knowledge and a great deal of patience from the farmer. As ruminants, bison primarily feed on natural grasses, roots, leaves, and shrubs. When kept in captivity, they are provided with fresh grass, dry straw, and hay, especially during the winter months. When food in the wild becomes scarce, to prepare for winter, American farmers invest hundreds of dollars to stockpile enough feed. The enclosures are equipped with clean water troughs and health monitoring systems. Each bison undergoes regular checkups by veterinarians, including vaccinations, deworming, pregnancy testing, and electronic ear tagging. All of these procedures are carried out within closed dash, handling systems equipped with hydraulic chutes, which help reduce stress on the animals during care and medical treatment. The bison mating season begins with males competing for access to females. Once pregnant, a female carries her calf for about 9 to 10 months and typically gives birth to just one calf at a time. During the first few months of life, the calf nurses from its mother to support healthy growth. These young bison are smaller, have softer fur than adults, and are able to stand and walk shortly after birth. Young bison calves are extremely attached to their mothers, following them closely to find water, food, and protection from predators. At this stage, their horns are still soft and covered in a fine layer of fur, which gradually sheds as they mature. Bison are typically raised until they reach about 2 years of age and weigh between 360 to 550 kilograms. At that point, they are transported to processing facilities. Bison are transported using specialized trucks lined with straw or sawdust to prevent slipping and minimize injury during the journey. Each truck carries only a few to several dozen animals, ensuring enough space for rest. These transport systems are designed to be both well ventilated to prevent suffocation and enclosed enough to ensure safety. After the long journey, the bison are taken to modern processing facilities, where they are handled humanely to produce clean, high-quality meat for the market. The process begins with skinning. Workers use specialized knives with stiff, curved blades to carefully remove the hide starting from the hind legs, making sure not to contaminate the meat underneath. Once the hide is peeled off, the hind legs are removed, followed by the skinning of the belly up toward the shoulders. These steps require a high level of skill to ensure the meat remains clean and undamaged. Once skinning is complete, the carcass is hoisted up for a quality inspection before moving on to the butchering stage. Bison meat is divided lengthwise along the spine to separate the front and hind quarters. The front section is typically cut into portions like ribeye, chuck roast, and shank, while the hind section yields sirloin, round, and flank cuts. Unlike cattle, which are usually split between the 12th and 13th ribs, bison are divided between the 5th and 6th ribs to preserve more of the premium steak cuts. Other parts such as the spine and fat are also utilized, either for making broth or processed into byproducts. This detailed butchering process not only maximizes the value of each part, but also ensures the meat remains fresh, flavorful, and high in quality for consumers. Today, bison meat is considered a superfood across North America. It offers a rich, bold flavor, somewhere between beef and venison, with a subtle natural sweetness. Compared to regular beef, bison meat contains less fat, is higher in omega-3 fatty acids, and has lower cholesterol levels. It's also an excellent source of protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins, thanks to its natural origins and strict production controls. Bison meat has become increasingly popular in upscale restaurants and health-conscious diets. However, this growing demand also drives prices higher, making it more expensive than other types of meat. So, what are the strict farming standards that make bison meat so valuable? Stay tuned with Farm to Factory as we dive into the next chapter, exploring the bison ranches of America.